Prepare for total domination.
I've got a golden ticket.
That's a winner!
Ladies and gentlemen,
What is that?
please welcome from Death Valley, South Carolina,
And Clemson is declared king of college football and national champs.
College football analyst Clemson John.
Man, it's been a while since we've heard that.
Yeah, man. Good morning, everyone. This is August 1st, right? August 1st, Monday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome, everybody. We haven't been with you in a few weeks, and the last time, I believe, Greg and Robert took over the world.
Well,
And,
we
Best
did.
show
we,
ever.
Yeah.
The highest ratings.
I love it. No, it's fantastic. I'm glad we've got Clemson John back. Unfortunately, he's going to be with us audio only. Man, it's good to be back. I feel refreshed. A little vacation.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
back in action. I'm feeling good. I wasn't feeling good. I got real sick when I got back from California. So we're back. We're back in action. We're getting ready for football. But right now, Greg, I don't know how long we have you. I want to get into a little baseball. Let's talk a little Cardinal baseball. Give me your thoughts on the Cardinals and where we're at right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, the news broke last night that Mozeliak was inside the Nationals GM's box. So all sorts of speculation of us getting Juan Soto. Hey, you know what? We got the prospects to give up for it. I don't know if it's a little much, but you're going to have 2 years control on the guy in a win now situation. I still think they have to make a move for pitching.
Right.
I get tired of this. I spoke several times about this, and when these starting pitchers at the beginning of the year, when they have arm tightness or shoulder tightness, and then they go on the DL, and then they come back, and then they got to go back on the DL, and then they come back, and they go. It's like, look, have the surgery, get it done, get him out for the year, and move on to next year. Get somebody else in here that we can do. I get so tired of hearing this over and over and over again.
That's like Flaherty. Flaherty is.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's a good ball player, but man, he cannot stay healthy. And it's almost like, we should just chalk the losses and just say, hey, look, man, better get rid of you or release you or something, because it's not benefiting us. Now, one of the big rumors that's also going around, David just mentioned Soto, but the Anaheim, I'm going to call them Anaheim Angels forever, but the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim have said that they are willing to trade Shohei Ohtani. And I think that we have enough prospects that if Soto falls through, we could make that move for Ohtani, and that kind of fills two pieces for us. That fills a pitching aspect and a fielding aspect.
Let me throw this to you. Anaheim Angels.
Greg,
I'm sorry.
How long would we have Ohtani for?
He's still in his rookie deal.
Right, but I think he only has 1 year left on it. So we would only have 1 year control on it. So Soto, you'd have 2 years. But I don't know, Robert, if you heard that the Angels are also saying, hey, we may want to part with Mike Trout as well. Who do you take? You take Mike Trout, 30-year-old? You take Juan Soto at 22? Or do you take Ohtani? I mean, Ohtani definitely fills a need for two spots. But again, 1 year of control. And what happens if you can't sign him?
Let's take care of that for you. We package and take Ohtani and Trout. We give away some prospects and maybe give away Harrison Bader and Dylan Carlson, and we take both of them.
Okay, so you're going to also throw in Jordan Walker. You're also going to throw in Matthew Libator,
right?
Maybe one other highly touted prospect. So now what happens to your future in 1 year?
But here's
if you
the thing.
Can't sign Ohtani.
How frequently do prospects work out? I would rather take the proven player than a prospect that potentially could bust and not work out for my team.
But, these prospects, you may have 3 or 4 years of control under that. The Cardinals are different than any other team. I shouldn't say any other team, but the Cardinals are different because they run it as a business. They don't run it, by the seat of their pants or by their heartstrings. They run it as a business, and they're gonna be profitable. They're gonna make moves that are smart for their team and for their organization. So, I think what the big hangup is going to be control, much like the Washington Nationals. That's the prospects they want because they're going to have 2, 3, 4, 5 years of control on these guys.
Right.
Hey, real quick, John, are you listening in? Are you there?
Oh yeah, I'm here, guys. It's August. The sun's shining. The birds are chirping. We're getting so close to football to just spotting the ball, so I'm excited about that. I'm tired of talking about it. I just want to spot the ball. But
John,
yeah, like you guys have said.
Down,
what's that?
It's 4th and goal on the 5. We're right there. We're in the red zone. We can see it.
All right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
John, I want your thoughts on what we're talking about before we even get into football. You've been listening to Greg. You've been listening to us. What's your thoughts? What are you thinking?
Well, I don't know if so I know the ownership of the Nationals said they want to get rid of him before they sell the team because the new owners do not want to be known as the ownership group that gave Soto away. Is that right?
That's part of what they've said, yes.
So I don't know. And maybe there's a shot that he stays in Washington somehow. Is there any shot of that?
Well, yeah, they've said that they're offering him one more thing, and then if he turns it down, they're going to trade him. But he turned down gazillion dollars already.
440 million for 15 years. What I'm hearing, part of the reason why he turned it down was it wasn't the money aspect. He did not want to be tied to a one team for that extended period of time.
I totally understand that, especially Washington.
Well,
especially Washington.
You say that tied to a team. What's the difference of being tied to a team for 10 years or 15? At that point, you're on the back end of your career, and you're making $440 million.
But you can also go to that team. Don't get a no trade clause. Go to that team and say, hey, look, I really want to be moved. It's not going to work out for me here. Especially if they're trying to rebuild again.
Tarasenko did that here in St. Louis, and we still kept him.
Yeah.
So,
Well, know what? What is Soto?
But we didn't get the package for him. I guarantee you, if we would have got a good enough package, he'd have been gone in a heartbeat. But we didn't get the package correct for him for our team.
Yeah. Well, Soto will be 32 if it's a 10-year deal, and it'll be 37 with the 15-year deal. So I get that he could get a nice paycheck at 32 again.
I'm pretty sure Anaheim's still paying Albert Pujols. So,
Yeah.
Hey, the Cincinnati Reds are still paying. The Cincinnati Reds are still paying Ken Griffey Jr. and he hasn't played for them in 10 years.
Well,
wait a
so
second.
is the Mets paying Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah, that's what I say. Well, he gets $1 million.
July 1st until 2030. He get it's further than that. I think it's like 2040 or something like that. He gets $1.65 million every July 1st until then.
I could do that sitting on my butt.
Yeah. What a fantastic gig. I know we're a little bit all over the place. Greg, little NFL news. I know you're a little short on time, so a little NFL news. What's coming up? You can even talk Green Bay Packer, and I won't slap you on the hand for that. So,
is there another team to talk about?
Of course there is.
So here's the only thing I want to talk about with the Packers today. I am tired of everyone bitching and complaining when Rodgers does what he does every year. He comes to camp as a character. He came to camp this year as Nicolas Cage from Con Air. And everyone from ESPN to Yahoo Sports to my friend down the street are bitching and complaining. Just come to camp and play and be at camp. This is his shtick. He does it all the time. Why are you throwing a fit? He came as John Wick last year. They got
to bitch and complain. It makes the world go around, Robert.
Right, but this is the problem. Everyone wants to bitch and complain, and Rodgers is all for himself and this and that. And Rodgers isn't one of the greatest of all time because he's only won a Super Bowl and he's been to the NFC Championship 5 times and he's 1-4. How many damn times did Peyton Manning go? And Peyton Manning has a gold jacket and lost to Tom Brady.
Hey,
I will say,
calm down your blood pressure there, bud.
I know, right? I will say though, why I was out of town.
Is that milk? Is that milk?
I wish it was vodka, but it's water.
I will say that while I was out of town, I mean, you only kept the show to 94% Green Bay Packers talk. John, I don't know if you got a chance to listen to it while I was out of town, but
it was the biggest listenership ever. Biggest listenership ever.
I'm going to tell you, I think once again, the suggestion of you two having your own Green Bay Packer podcast, I think you guys would.
I think we need to get on it.
We've talked about Robert. It. Things are finally starting to slow down for me, and we're going to try and make that happen.
Robert, I do have to ask you, what did you think of the news the other day when Sammy Watkins ends up on the PUP list? Did you just? For me, I'm like, here we go.
We tried to bring in Julio Jones, but apparently we didn't give him enough money to be able to come in. So, guess what? I don't care. We're going to come out. We're going to dominate the shit out of people. We're going to win a Super Bowl this year because Aaron Rodgers is great. And I don't care what the hell anybody else says. It is because of him that team is good. Did it hurt to get rid of Devontae? Yes, but I don't care because we're going to show you why Green Bay is where they are at the top of the NFC North and continue to be at the top of the NFC every year.
Hey, all Robert, right. Don't forget when you go from one Hall of Famer to another Hall of Famer, you know.
Right.
All right, here we go.
My wife just texted me and told me I'm too loud, so I need to calm. I got to calm down.
All right, hey Robert, there are other teams and there are other players in the NFL.
Where? Show me.
I am. We're gonna. We got to do it. There's 2 players I want to talk about. Desean Watson, 6 games.
Six game suspension handed down today. I don't think it's enough.
I don't think it's enough.
John,
where you at? John, where you at on this?
Oh, I've followed Desean Watson a long time, guys.
I know.
Yeah.
Why have you followed him for so long, John?
Oh, I remember when he's one of the only people that Dabo has ever offered as a junior in high school. He typically don't offer juniors in high school, but yeah, Gainesville, Georgia. I was trying to think of it. Yep, from Gainesville, Georgia. He's actually about less than 100 miles from Cartersville, Georgia, when another great Clemson quarterback was from Cartersville, Trevor Lawrence. So, yeah, Desean and Trevor were not far down the road, high school years. But, yeah, he had a great last pass of his college career to Hunter Renfrow to win a national championship. And, you know, lots of great memories of Desean, you know. So, yeah, he's suspended 6 games, obviously, so he'll sit out the 6 games. And, you know, Cleveland's always kind of they got a great fan base. The Browns obviously have a great fan base. They've just never had a great team. They've had 137 quarterbacks in the past 15 years. So, you know, it's
John, you're dancing around. I want your opinion on the 6-game suspension. Let's get to it.
Oh, that's for them to figure out, you know. That's for all the you know, they know more than we do. Shoot. I just know who Desean Watson is. I've followed him his whole career. His character, his whole life speaks for who he is. I know that.
Here's the thing too. Look at how MLB and the NFL take these situations. The Trevor Bauer situation, Trevor was suspended for 2 years for a situation where he was found not guilty and he didn't have to settle out of court with 46 broads. No, didn't have to do any of that.
What term did Robert? What term did you just use?
46 broads.
Wow. Robert, Robert,
Yeah, I mean, who
you are
knows? You know,
suspended. Robert,
Since-
I'm muting you. You are suspended for 5 minutes.
You are.
You're
Please
out.
send hate comments
Mute
to Robert
yourself for
Hickman
5 minutes.
at the winning ticket.
Robert, we do not talk like that. On the way, you're suspended for 5 minutes. That's worse than cussing. That's worse than cussing. Robert's out 5 minutes. He's going in the corner. He's in timeout. I mean,
Hey, let's talk about another Cleveland quarterback. Baker Mayfield goes
Baker
down,
Mayfield.
has a fight with Sam Darnold in practice the other day. Not a fight, but I mean, they're going back and forth throwing. Sam Darnold, I can't remember his completion rate, but he had a touchdown, no interceptions. Baker Mayfield had a lesser completion rate with 0 touchdowns and 1 interception. Go Baker Mayfield.
I don't look.
Baker
I
Mayfield
like,
for what?
what? Who?
What about Baker Mayfield?
He had
did-
less stats than Sam Darnold in the scrimmage the other day.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Last time I remember Baker Mayfield was when Ben Boulware gave him a concussion in the Orange Bowl in 2015. He threw an interception to Ben Boulware, who was a phenomenal college linebacker. God, I love Ben Boulware. So shout out to Boulware. But anyway, he threw an interception to him, and then he made the mistake of trying to tackle Ben Boulware. Ben Boulware is a junkyard dog. You don't try to tackle Ben Boulware. So he ran him over, and then Baker Mayfield finally proudly sat the rest of the second half on the sidelines after that. But yeah, I remember that dang Baker Mayfield team in Oklahoma. All they did was run their mouth about Samaje Perine and Joe Mixon and the two-headed monsters of the running back and Baker Mayfield and all this crap. We were underdogs in that game and beat the hell out of Oklahoma. That was one of my favorite memories for sure. Speaking of Baker Mayfield, anyway.
Don't you
All
think
right,
he should do a commercial where he's like moving out of Cleveland Stadium?
Yeah, absolutely.
He needs to do something because they should throw that clip of him running from the police in it too. You guys seen that one?
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
I like Baker. I think he's a good ball player. My thing is that he is being held on. He's a quarterback. He's going to be held on a high standard, but he's being held to such a standard right now that it's a little overwhelming for him. And I think he needs to take a season as a backup and be a number 2 guy and sit with somebody, because he came in as a starter for Cleveland. He started for Cleveland because wasn't Tyrod Taylor there, and that was where the lung situation happened. Were they accidentally? I think it was in Cleveland where the lung situation happened. And then that's when Baker took over. And so he's been a starter this whole time. He needs to take some time, be a backup, and learn a little bit from people before getting a starting job again. But here's what I was talking about earlier, John. Kyler Murray just signed an extension with the Arizona Cardinals, $230 million extension. But here's where one of the clauses of the extension leaked that was removed. It says it is an independent study clause where he must take at least 4 hours of independent study each week during each playing season during the term of the contract. Now, what it sounds like is they're trying to classify him similar to the kid in Oakland that took home the Jamarcus Russell. And apparently a lot of people are pretty pissed off about this, including Warren Moon, because they're saying that they're basically holding out African-American quarterbacks and doing this to African-American quarterbacks.
Look, I just think they need to put a step stool behind the center so he can stand up to see over the offensive line.
Jamarcus Russell was the one that didn't read the playbook, wasn't he? You ever hear that?
They sent him home. They sent him home with a DVD
Yeah,
that was blank. That was blank, and he came back and he's like, "Let's run all the plays. I watched all the plays. Let's run all of them." And they were like, "The disc was blank."
It's kind of like when I get ready for a show. It's blank, baby. Let's go. You know what I love? Look at this energy on a Monday morning. Where is this coming from? I got Clemson James on Saturday morning that's half asleep. He's wide awake and all fired up. Clemson John is back. Greg, you're all fired up. Robert, I don't know what juice you're taking this morning. I don't know where this is coming from. But me, I'm always fired up.
Well, it's August the 1st, David. It's August 1st.
Wait, we have preseason football in like 4 days, don't we?
Oh, yeah. We got some preseason football to lose our money on, maybe.
Hey, Rick, real quick. I know we're a little bit all over the place. Greg, you got a minute?
I got just about 2 minutes.
All right, Greg, any final thoughts on anything you want to talk about? And I have a feeling it has to do with the Packers, but go ahead, do your thing. I know you got to get back to what we call a real job. So
that's right.
I don't have the time. So since your last 2 minutes here with us, give us some final thoughts on just say whatever you guys say.
Well, you know, as Clemson John, I mean, I am fired up for football. I know Robert is too. Obviously, we're huge Packer fans and just trying to digest as much news as possible. I think I'm not sure that they're going to sign a veteran receiver. That seems to be the big thing. I think they're going to roll with what they got. They got Romeo Dobbs, who's just been tearing it up in practice.
Hey, has Amari done anything yet? Has he going to play?
He's going to play, but he was behind the gun last year, but they're going to give him every chance this year. I guess the biggest news out of Packer camp is going to be David Bacchiari may be out almost all year again, as he actually just had a third surgery on his knee right before training camp. So obviously the best left tackle in the league. What's that?
I'd like him just to retire, unfortunately. Just his surgeries and all that stuff. I mean, he came out and tried to play one series last year, and I think it's time.
So I don't know who you are and what you're doing about the Packers here with that comment, but you know, let's look at. I'll just throw a preliminary look at Tarasenko. 3 shoulder surgeries, can't come out, can't hardly play. Finally is healthy, and look at the season he had last year. I think if Bacchiari gets healthy, he's still going to be the most dominant left tackle in the NFL. You got Elton Jenkins also coming back, and Robert Tonyan coming back off knee injuries, and we'll see what happens.
Greg, I love you, man. It's so good to see you. I'd love to see your face. We are getting ready for football, and you know we got some exciting things. I wish I could release out of my mouth that loves to talk about everything, and holding in a secret is so hard for me.
David, don't make me mute you.
No, we got some big things happening for our show coming up here in football season, and I can't wait to let everybody know what's going on, including you guys. I think you guys got a good idea where I'm going with this, but very excited about what's going to be happening with the show. And thank you very much, Greg, for joining us. I know you're busy at work. So,
all right, guys, take care.
Take care. John, stick with us. John, stick with us for a minute.
Yeah,
Robert,
we got some baseball picks to go over for sure.
Yeah. Can you give us just a minute? There are a few people that help pay for what we do, and we got to give them a little tribute and a little time. Factory is what's happening, man. That place is popping. They have been great supporters of our show, and even tonight, I think we got Pat Benatar tonight.
Pat Benatar is tonight, but dude, the one I'm excited about, one of my favorite bands coming back, and they're going to the Factory for part of their reunion tour. Paramore on October the 11th is coming to the Factory. Haley Williams is fantastic, and that band is absolutely amazing. Go look up Wheeler Walker Jr. If you don't know who he is, it is a fantastic artist, and he is hilarious. October the 1st, out there at the Factory. The Australian Pink Floyd band is coming. Yep. So much happening out there at the Factory. Go check them out, thefactorystl.com. Ryan Adams is going to be there. Piff the Magic Dragon and Puddle's Pity Party. Not sure who that is, but it sounds interesting, and I think I want to check them out. I Prevail on November 9th. They have a great cover of Taylor Swift's Blank Space that you can go check out. So much more. Go check out thefactorystl.com for more information.
Yep. And we got one more.
Hey guys, producer Robert here from The Winning Ticket. I want to tell you about my friend Brendan Carter. He's an insurance broker right here in St. Louis. He specializes in home and auto insurance, but he can insure it all. Home, auto, renters. It's summer, so your boats, your RVs, motorcycles, seasonal homes, and much more. If you have not had your insurance reviewed recently, you're probably paying too much. And guess what? A quote is free. A 5-minute call is all it takes to get the info for a quote and see if Brendan can save you some money on your insurance. He's a broker, so he can shop multiple companies to give you the best rate. Brendan has been in the business for years and will take care of all of your insurance needs. Have you just moved? Give Brendan a call. Teenage drivers, call Brendan. Kids left at home, call Brendan. You can reach him at 618-234-1121, extension 4. Again, 618-234-1121, extension 4. All of his info is on the Winning Ticket website as well, and you can give him a call and save yourself some money.
All right, sounds good. John. All right, John, now let's get down to it. We haven't done any gambling for a while. And, well, I'm going to say we haven't done any gambling on the show for a while. So we need to get some action.
Before you get to the baseball picks, do you know what an immaculate inning is?
I've never heard of it.
In baseball. Okay, so let me tell you this real quick. This is really interesting.
So, ask John if he knows. Ask John if he knows what it is.
I heard him say yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, do you want
Edwin
him to say
you talking about? Are you talking about Edwin Diaz's?
No, I'm talking about Reed Dittmer from the Angels.
Yeah.
Threw an immaculate inning. He threw 7 no-hit innings and threw an immaculate inning. This happened all in the same season. But yes, on Sunday, the kid from the Texas Rangers did it. So what it is David, it's 9 pitches, 3 outs.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I would have figured.
Which is very, very rare that it happens. But yeah, this kid, Reed Dittmer from the Angels, has thrown a 7-inning no-hitter as well as he threw a no-hitter and he threw an immaculate inning in the same season. It hasn't happened in over 20 years.
All right, I'm also curious, guys, at how many innings there have been on 3 pitches.
Ooh. How many? Yeah, how many?
You ever heard of that, John?
How many innings on 3 pitches?
No, yeah, but half an inning, right? You know, you're up to bat, like boom, fly out, ground out, fly out, whatever, bunt out.
Yeah.
3 pitches and out.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, you talk about an immaculate inning, only 9 pitches. I want to know if it's ever been done in 3 pitches. I'm sure it has. Has to have happened, right?
Oh, yeah, I would think so.
All right. Well, while Robert looks that up, John, I need to get in action today. I'm itching. I'm itching, and it's Monday, August 1st. I don't care what day of the week it is. It's a great day to get in action. So I know you got some baseball picks today. So lay it on me so we can get them up on the website, and let's get in some action. What do you got?
Well, if Max Scherzer loses to Patrick Corbin in the Nationals today, then I don't know what to tell anyone.
Yeah, what are they, minus what? What are the Mets?
It's not as bad as I've ever seen. It's down to 220. Yeah,
that's not bad. That's actually not bad.
It's down to 220, so, you know, DraftKings is letting you do the -1 instead of the -1.5. I think -1 will get it down to like 190 maybe. I like doing the -1 because you push if they do win by 1 run.
Right.
So you don't have to lay the and lose.
We got the Mets -1 run, -190. Okay.
And then Nathan Eovaldi's going against the Astros in Houston. I think his last start was the Toronto debacle, wasn't it?
Yeah, 28.
I gave up a 28.
All right, guys. I don't know what's going on, but the audio's not. Are we right up on the? I can barely hear you guys.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Nathan Eovaldi gave up 28 runs to Toronto, right?
Yeah, from Boston. Yeah, in that game where it was Boston or Toronto won 25-3 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So Eovaldi started that game, so his ERA has crept over 4. So that might be something to watch out for too. Houston's minus 190 though at home. So yeah, I mean you could probably get it down to 150 doing -1. So I'd probably be comfortable taking the Astros -1 at 150. And then the nightcap, you got the Dodgers and Giants, and I'd probably lean taking the underdog Giants because the Dodgers have a fill-in pitcher going.
Like a bullpen guy.
Yeah, here's my only thought on that, John, and tell me what you think. I mean, you are our analyst, and you are our expert when it comes to wagering, but San Francisco doesn't seem to be able to hit. So I hear what you're saying, but what kind of price are we going to get on San Francisco?
Yeah, Dodgers are minus 140, so the Giants will be plus 120 coming the other way.
Yeah.
But so you're getting plus money there, and you're getting a Dodger team that has a guy that's going to throw 19 innings going. So if you're going to take some plus money today, then the Giants are a good spot because Webb's going for the Giants. So Logan Webb's a good pitcher, obviously, with a fill-in pitcher going for the Dodgers, kind of, who's thrown 19 innings all year.
Gotcha.
So and the Giants are at home, so this is as good of plus 120 odds that you're going to get on the Giants. I hate their offense. It's been inconsistent all year. Yeah, I don't trust their offense as much, but I think this is a spot where Logan Webb could keep the Dodgers in check for a few innings, and the Giants' bullpen isn't terrible. So, leaning the plus money here is nice. So Astros, Giants, and Mets would be 3 comfortable picks today.
Okay. Astros, Giants, and Mets. And you're talking the Astros were minus 150?
Yeah, you could, if you're able to. I know DraftKings will let you do it, but the -1 instead of -1.5 is always nice because you don't lose on the half run that you give up if you take 1.5. So you just push instead of losing if they do just win by 1 run.
So is it -1 minus 150? Is that what?
-1 and -150 on the Astros, and then -190 on the Mets at -1, and then the Giants money line at plus 120.
No, what I'm saying is it the Astros minus 150 flat, or is that with the -1?
That's with the -1. It's -190 on the money line for the Astros.
Okay. So what do you think about this? I think this is what I'm thinking, and I like to put my 2 cents in when I hear I could do without the giving up the run. I could take the Dodgers and the Astros in a 2-team parlay, and I would get almost probably even money, pretty close to even money on that 2-teamer. Maybe I don't have my calculator in front of me, but probably close.
And Astros. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, take the Astros minus 190 and the Mets minus 220, and do a 2-team parlay, and then maybe even do a 3-teamer with your Giants plus 120. So maybe a little round robin action. What do you think?
A 3-teamer would probably put you at 3-1, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you're about even money with the favorites. So yeah, it probably puts you right at about 3-1 on the 3-teamer. But I do like the almost even money proposition on taking the Astros and the Mets. And if you do a little round robin action, right, you could do all the 2-teamers and 3-teamers.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I think that's we're gonna head over to maybe I'll head over a little DraftKings this afternoon. I think what time do these games start? What time's the first game one of these starts? So I know how much time I have to get over there.
Any day games today? No, there's no day games. First game's at 5:40 with the we've great matchup with the Reds and Marlins. They might not win 120 games combined.
But that doesn't mean you can't find value in betting.
Right.
One has nothing to do with the other. Talking about wagering, future odds, winning the World Series where everybody sits now, John. What are you thinking? Some real opportunity? Is there any real opportunity to make some money on betting any teams to win the World Series? And who do you think has a real shot at this point?
It's funny you ask because I was looking at the Mariners schedule at the end of September. I don't know if you guys have looked at that, but it is as about as cupcake as it gets.
Actually, ESPN just ranked the St. Louis Cardinals schedule as the easiest schedule through the end of the season.
Oh, really? I don't know what their August looks like. Listen to this Mariners schedule to end the year. So we're going to start on September the 16th with the Angels. We've got a 4-game set with the Angels. We got a 3-game with the Athletics. We've got a 3-game set with the Royals. We've got a 3-game set with the Rangers. We've got a 3-game set with the Athletics. And we've got a 4-game set with the Detroit Tigers in Seattle to end the year.
I wonder if there's going to be a prop bet, an over under on wins on the last part of the schedule. Can we find that? You wonder if they would create that? I wonder if that is in the last 14 games of the year. I'm sure
somebody would make it for you. They're saying the Angels right now are projected to to lose 95 games. And here's something to look at. Aaron Judge through 102 games has 42 home runs, which is the exact same that Barry had when Barry hit 73. So we could see an interesting finish to the year with Aaron Judge possibly. But your question about whoever any innings ended on 3 pitches, the last time it happened was August the 28th of last year. San Francisco pitcher Logan Webb. Webb threw that in the 4th inning. Here's another interesting fact. It has happened for the St. Louis Cardinals 3 times, and the last pitcher to do it was Kent Bottenfield.
Oh my!
Who?
Kent Bottenfield. It happened in 1999. And last fact for you, real quick, is there have been 3 players to throw 1-pitch innings. And the last time it happened was Martin Perez, September the 9th of 2012. He played for Texas, and it was a 1-pitch inning. They turned a triple play.
Well, you're talking he's coming in for relief. And
Right.
No. I mean, he was the relief. He was the relief. Yes, he came in, but it was a 1-pitch inning. Yes,
with no outs, correct.
Right,
but I'm talking about starting pitcher or whoever started the inning and 3. So does it say how many times in history that's happened? I'm just.
Oh, it's happened quite a bit. I mean, this list is pretty long, actually.
Isn't that crazy? Right? You would think that would be so rare, but yeah.
And you're not. What's crazy is you don't see names like Nolan Ryan and stuff like that on here. I've got Aroldis Chapman. I've got Edwin Jackson. I've got John Lackey, Strasburg. Randy Johnson is on here, but you're not seeing
a pretty big name.
Well, Randy Johnson is the biggest name of all of them that's on here, but you're not seeing
Do we have our man Pat Perry? Do we have our man Pat Perry on this list?
Unfortunately, Pat has never thrown a 3-pitch inning.
I got a chance to speak with Pat last night. Oh man, I love Pat. Pat's going to be joining us soon enough in the next few weeks. And boy, what a character! Love him, and just let everybody know he's going to be he's going to be joining us in the next few weeks. Tell us some more stories. John.
Stories for sure.
Yeah, John, we need a World Series pick at some value. That's what we need. I want to go back to that.
Throw the Mariners in there. I mean, if you're going to get value, but I can't pick against my Mets. You know, I'm a big New York Mets fan, so I can't pick against my Mets. It seems like it may be their year.
And what are they? What are they to win it all at right now, at this point in time?
Here, they're in the middle of a winning streak here, so let's see what they are today.
Yeah, because I need a sweat to run. The Cardinals, until they fix the pitching, I mean, they're going to make the playoffs, but playoffs. I don't think 30-1 is anywhere near good enough to play the Cardinals, even though I'm a homer.
Okay. 8-1 for the Mets.
Okay, I like that. That's actually a really good price.
They're the same price as the Braves.
What do you got?
Wow.
What are the Braves? No. He said they're the same as the Braves. So both of them are 8-1.
Same as the Braves. Okay, same as the Braves. I didn't hear him clearly. Okay. Yeah. So that's 8-1. I don't know. I think
who's the favorite on that, John?
The Dodgers are plus 350. The Yankees are plus 375.
Yeah, no value on either one of them, even though they're really good. No value to lock up my money for a 3-1 action. 8-1 sounds more than reasonable on the Mets.
I'm gonna go for the long shot. What's the Marlins?
Oh God, that's not even worth answering, Robert.
I know. I mean, no, give it to him. Give it to him. Robert likes to throw his money in the trash, So it's
hey. What's his name? What was the horse's name that won the Derby?
Yeah, you're right. Lightning can strike, and it sounds like it already hit you in the head, but that's okay. Lightning can strike. He is right. I mean, it is a little bit different. You just got to get in. You got to get in, and anything can happen, right? I mean,
yeah.
But
nobody thought Boston was going to win in 2004.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know what kind of price they were in 2004. What are the Marlins? Are they seriously? They're probably 40, 50-1, 60-1.
See, they're not even going to make the playoffs. There's 350-1.
Yeah. See, Robert.
I'm taking them.
You're taking them. Yeah. Save the money. Save the money. Go buy a Happy Meal. All right. Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it. John, any final thoughts before we get out of here? I got to run.
The Mariners are 40-1, as well as the Cardinals are 40-1.
40-1 now.
The Mariners are 40-1. How do you not take
the Cardinals?
How do you not take a flyer with their cupcake schedule? Right, they're going to make the playoffs. Anything can happen once they're in. Right.
Wow.
Yeah, 40-1.
Yeah, but the difference is I think, and you said the Cardinals are what?
The same, 40-1.
Okay, so if you look at both teams who are trying to take being a homer out of it, if I'm putting my money on a 40-1 shot, I'm going with the Mariners. I think they have more upside potential than the Cardinals. Well, it depends. It depends, right? Do we get Soto? And by the way, I do have a question that I wanted to ask earlier, so I'm not ready to go yet. Why would Trout and Ohtani want to stay, other than it's beautiful in California and they're making a crap load of money? Why would you want to stay there? Why wouldn't you? I mean, Trout, really?
Trout has said he wants to stay. He wants to retire as an Angel. He said that the organization took a chance on him when none of the other organizations would, and he feels loyal to them. That's part of why he wants to stay. Ohtani,
he has no shot of ever winning a title ever.
Ohtani said, "I'll go wherever I can play baseball." So Ohtani is not tied to the Angels. He just wants to play ball.
All right. I don't understand the talent of Trout. He could easily go okay, you know what? Go to another team, get your World Series, then go back to the Angels. I mean, you put in your time. They paid you the money. It's been a good for both of you. You've already put in your time. It's okay if you go somewhere else and win. It's got to get old losing every year. It's got to get old.
Look at Andrew McCutchen with the Pirates.
Yeah.
Andrew McCutchen was loyal to them. And then finally they were like, well, we're rebuilding, so we're going to let you go. But if it was up to McCutchen, he already said he would have stayed with the Pirates. it's a loyalty factor, and that's where unfortunately sometimes you get players who don't win titles. Look at Dan Marino.
Yeah, well, that's true. All right, that's my little rant. I don't understand it. I understand it. I'm all about loyalty, but you know, if I'm at the pinnacle of my career and I make it to the big leagues, I want to win. You know, I want one title, then I'll go back to the organization that took a chance on me. But
as we're,
you know, they took a chance on him, but they don't put anything around him. So,
right.
I mean, what does that say?
Agree.
I mean, you got two players or the whole team, and they can't win. They can't win.
I agree.
Right.
Real quick, as we're wrapping up today, have you seen the Los Angeles Rams Super Bowl rings?
I have not.
So inside, the underneath of the ring comes off, and they actually have a small piece of one of the Super Bowl footballs in the ring for each player.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
So
yeah, I don't know if I like the idea of anything being able that could be lost off a ring.
No. So it's so as you take the top off.
Oh, I got you.
It's like magnetized, and it's one of those like earth magnets or whatever. So it's hard to take off. And as you take it off, the underneath shows like a dome essentially that's supposed to represent SoFi, and it's kind of pushed back. And then there's like some sort of plastic or something that covers it so it can't fall out. Okay.
So real quick, as you take it off, is it like opens up with like a spring or what I mean is like
it's like a hinge thing.
It's like a hinge. That's what I'm talking about. Any chance we can post that on our website?
Yeah, I can pull up a picture. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, sounds good. Hey guys, we got a jet. John, thank you so much for taking the time this morning with us. We are a couple weeks away. We're only how long away from preseason football? How many weeks?
Well, preseason football actually starts later this week with the Hall of Fame game.
The Hall of Fame game. College football, John, how far away?
August the 27th.
August the 27th. Like I said,
Thursday is a super spectacular game. The Jaguars and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Hey, I'm excited just to see football back on the field. I know people don't get excited about preseason. I love it. And one of the reasons I love it is because you get to see players, man, fighting for jobs, guys that most of them won't make it. But I like to see the talent that's out there, the guys that are fighting for jobs that you don't normally get to see. And you get to see football back on the field.
The line, real quick, the line is 1. The Vegas by 1. The over/under is 32.5 for that game.
Yeah, I'm not betting preseason football ever. I am a degenerate, but I can wait for regular football season. Yeah, John, you going to be getting an action on this preseason football or what?
Oh, I don't know. Not a lot, if any.
All right, guys, we got a jet. Want to thank Clemson John, Robert Hickman. I'm David Sharp. We are out of here. Thanks for listening.